Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let me go ahead and orientate my microphone properly, and here we are. Okay. Still not quite ready for the next War Pacific turn, but will be coming soon enough, as soon as possible. But I do have my room back for the moment, which is awesome. You might be able to hear that really nice soundtrack in the background. I hope you can. I want that soundtrack. I'm going to try and find that soundtrack, and I will hunt it down. But we're going to be checking out Alliance of the Sacred Sons. It is a project that is not yet finished. It is still in a beta mode, of course. I'm going to go ahead and read out the email from the developer. I have been following for some time. And I always get my man. I'm going to go ahead and read it out just to make sure I don't misrepresent it. Right, okay. Yes, so the... Okay. It is a alpha build, not a beta. It is alpha. This is not yet beta, so do bear that in mind. We're going to take a look at it. It is on Kickstarter at the moment, which is Alliance of the Sacred Sun, so if you do like it, then you can go ahead and perhaps consider supporting it. The developer, Steve, is quite a nice guy. Don't know him personally. He assures me we're only friends, but I don't know, I'd prefer to have more. Okay, we'll go ahead and get in here then. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of Dune meets Foundation. And, of course, we're still in an alpha build here then, as suggested. So, yeah, gotta bear that one in mind. The game is far from done, but it's interesting so far. How you doing there, Purge? Good to have you, my man. But he has been gracious enough to actually let me take a look at it, most because I've badgered him for the last 2 years. So I'm happy about that. So what we're going to do here then is just quickly take a look at this. Again, the music's really nice. I would like to have the music. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I will do that in the future there, Alex. I don't know how to do it on the fly, but I will do that after stream, actually. I don't know how you're doing it. I remember the last time I ended up bugging it up. So I will do it after, I promise I will, for you, my Alex. But what we're going to do then here, so we do have, this is a training scenario. I've done a little bit of it. I'll have a couple of it because I don't have the patience to do that. There is this one over here, which is, I've tried a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be quite finished as of yet. This one seems interesting enough. I've not tried this one yet, the Prodigal. Oh, it's not unlocked yet, anyway. So we're going to play this one then. The great houses have suddenly taken power and now command resources equal to or greater than the Empire itself. They must be brought back into line by enemies necessary for the ultimate stability of the Empire. He reforged the Celestial Empire, Your Majesty. See, that's what I like. I like that sort of like aspect. I like that sort of sci-fi. In the options of watching. Oh, maybe. I think it's something about the actual way it's being broadcasted. It's something I'll take a look into after the stream, actually. But it's good to have you there, Koto. Okay, so we have a choice of culture here, and so we have Neo-American, which is, what do we have here? Hive of Governance. We have two traits over here, then. So Hive of Governance, so Governance plus 20. Discretion, tight-lipped. We do have Traditionalist, Food Doctor, Farming, and Farming Skill, which is interesting. So that's the ability to create food, I would imagine. I played a little bit of the game. Not a huge amount. I was doing uni work at the time, so it was more so me procrastinating rather than playing. I enjoyed the soundtrack. I do like the soundtrack. I didn't have it on, actually. I'm going to be playing a bit of Mechanicus as well. I bought that earlier today. I'm going to be doing some Mechanicus at some point in the near future. That game has the sexiest soundtrack I've heard in a long time, and I actually do listen to the Mechanicus soundtrack while I shower. It is that good. So that's awesome. I appreciate that, like, it's good to have you again, my friend. I need to go ahead and make you a mod here on the chat, don't I? That'd be awesome. I'll do that as well, actually, when I get the chance. So we have Mercantile, which is cool. I like this description, though. Somewhere between Venice at the height of its glory and England in its nascent days of empire. Built on revival of interstellar trade, the great families of this culture are brought up to love wealth and will work and innovate even more to get it. I like that. I like how trade could be a potential way to victory. I quite like that sort of idea. Do you like mercantilism sort of aspect? We have the Gilded Wolves. The Gilded Wolves exemplify an alternate solution to the problem of how an elite can maintain its position over the very long term. Rather than pacifying their subjects for ideology, the great houses of the Gilded Wolves go straight for the limbic system, it seems. Straight for the kill. And we have a Spartic movement over here. Now, we do have the Xyle War, which is interesting. I think from my understanding of the game so far, of course it is in alpha, do remember that, so it's in alpha at the moment. there was some sort of catastrophe, there's some sort of war against another race, and humanity seems to have fled here at the moment in time. So that's interesting. I would go Spartan, but I actually don't know how the military system works as of yet, so I think I think I might take it a little bit more generalist before, but maybe. Oh, actually, no, but we'll go Spartan then. You did ask, so we'll go Spartan. Right. So the Spartan movement is very old. It can trace its antecedents, right back to the veterans of the First Silent War, who, on arriving of a new world, resolved that society ought to be ordered in such a way that it could move to defend itself against an unknown threat at any moment. In this way, they are reactions to the Exodus. They are militaristic culture with a strong focus on discipline and personal hardiness, and this idea of disciplined social order is what maintains our leaders' positions. All citizens participate in extensive national service and related training from quite a young age. Cybernetic implants for battlefield purposes are common amongst all classes. They tend to have poor economic performance but produce great troops and generals. That's quite interesting. So we are going to effectively have, is it the Sardaukar? Sardaukar. I feel like I'm pronouncing that correct and wrong at the same time. It's one of those. Sardaukar. Somebody will correct me. Somebody will know what I'm on about. Okay. It does remind me of Crusader Kings in this way, that we do have the choice of what our Emperor looks like, and I find that quite amusing. There's just a lot of people that got ugly. It reminds me of RPGs, like, there's one that I want to play in the future called Eclipse Phase, and it reminds me of what people look like in Eclipse Phase because they're not really people as such. You do have, like, humans, like pure humans, but then you have all kinds of, like, messed up cybernetics, and it kind of reminds me of that. But I like that, it's kind of charming in a way. Oh, it reminds me of the Hunger Games, like the fashion of a capital. That's essentially it here. But it's cool, I like it. I usually go for him, but I think I will take him this time. That's what reminds me of Dune, is the fashion. It really reminds me of Dune in that way. Alright, so we have skill sets. We're going to go for military then. We're going to go for warrior skill set then. So we have intelligence, perception, persuasion, intimidation, and charm. Intimidation is going to be quite useful here. When you were little, your father died tragically. The Grand Vizier. Right, so now we can allocate points for our house over here. Who were your ancestors and how brightly did their light shine across the ages? So we have academic, economic, engineering, farming, government, high-tech, military, and mining. Who you were is who you will become unless you choose a divergent path. Right. Okay. So we do have a full 2 points extra in terms of military. I don't think I can take away. So we have 3 points base here in military, which is interesting. As for how far we could push that, I mean, we could go for the maximum here in military. Maybe we go for something of a mean build and just see how the military aspect works out. It's probably not a wise idea to go so heavy on the military aspect, but it could be interesting, to be fair. I think we'll give it a go. I think we'll give it a go just to see how it works out. It is cheap to a degree because we do have that Spartan culture, so we can see how it goes. I think we might go for a little bit in each then just to try and balance things out. Oh. Okay, let's relocate here. Okay, maybe we can't go too heavy. We can go fairly heavy. Have the helots there represented. Government. Farming. For the rest in engineering. Okay, I guess we'll go something like that. Really try and push the military aspect. It's going to be interesting to see that save at the very least then. So we'll go with that. Don't know how it's going to go. And I can choose sigils. This aspect is not yet complete. Again, the game is alpha. Remember that. It is going to be important. Right, let's see. Oh, I'd like to change that. Let's go... Actually, go a little bit more conservative. Little bit more. Just try and go for a couple in each. 2 in that. The rest into farming. Yeah, go with that then. Okay. Oh, I can't change it? God damn it. Again, the game is alpha. Right, oh. What should we call ourselves then? Orion Leonidas. We'll go for I was like tempted Leonidas. We'll go with that then. Okay, whoops, I can't spell Leonidas. Ryan, by the way, if I've spelled it correct, is Ryan. Yeah, that should be lion in Japanese. I'm trying to remember what the actual spelling is. I'm pretty sure Ryan is lion in Japanese, so there we go. And we'll go to the next step. Now, there's only the simple size available here at the moment, so a good grow a small empire for new players. Then we have larger sizes over here, so we'll go with that one then. There we are. The game does have some nice art. It does load actually fairly quickly, mostly because I do have an i9. So I don't know what the speed would be like on other things. So, welcome, Emperor. It is at last time for you, Emperor Leonidas, to claim your throne. I will be here to advise you as needed and stand loyally by your side. I must be frank with you, the Celestial Empire is dying, and I will tell you more as we progress. So this is what reminds me of the Foundation sort of sci-fi series. That aspect of the Empire is already here, but the Empire is actually fading. It is crumbling unless something dramatic can be done. I don't know what GEP is. I think that is our GDP essentially. It's not very good because we're not very good in terms of economic aspects. So the year is 3050 AD, and currently there are no significant crises in the Empire. Currently House Van Rigel and House Horlock and House Krali Finn are your allies. Ooh, we have 3 allies here to begin with, that's pretty cool. For now, we do not have any enemies in the Empire, but we have 3 allies. That's actually quite big. The time I tried this, I only had the 1 ally, so that's quite interesting to see the difference. So we have 2 conditions here. We can win by becoming immortal or becoming overlords. And we do that by gaining overwhelming power, disbanding the Celestial Council, and then surviving for 8 turns. Or we can go ahead and go through these different researches here, and eventually complete the Lazarus Project and becoming an immortal God Emperor of mankind. Yeah. Okay. The Grand Vizier. Greetings, Emperor. Welcome to the first day of what I hope is your long and glorious reign. I am Crassus, your humble and ever loyal Grand Vizier. I have served as your guardian since you were a little boy after your father died, and your Legion proxy as well. Now, however, you are ready to rule, and I could not be more proud. I will pop up to give you assistance as needed, and you will also be able to click on the info circles that appear besides the UI elements, learn about them as well. You can also click on the holographic assistance. There we are. So go ahead. I did that just. Okay. So, the game is interesting. Ooh, I didn't mean to click on that one. The game is interesting in how it is actually set out. We do have, I can't remember what you call them now. What do you call them now? Celestial bodies? What do I call them? I forget what they call them now. Yeah, I haven't got the one of the Pacific turn ready yet, as of yet. Constellations, that's the constellations. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, constellations. Well, there we are. Oh, and it even says that constellation. I didn't even. It says it, don't it? I wasn't reading that part. Okay, there we go. So it seems that we are based in the constellation of Enosis. Enosis. I don't know if these are actual real constellations or not, to be honest. They could well be, perhaps. They could well be. Or maybe just slightly different. So we have this view over here, which is essentially... it's like the systems view, galactic view, I suppose you could call it. But it's not really galactic, it's more like... let's see. Zoom level. It is a galactic, so... Galactic... province, system, and planet. Regions can be viewed at the planet level, but they are not separate zoom. Yeah. So I can click on the province of Rubicon. So we're clicking over here. And so we do have a number of star systems here. So we have Rapture, we have Neo-Sirius over here. Neo-Sirius, which is our capital system. You have a civilization capital system. Alwid. That is an unsettled system there. We do have influence over there, which is interesting. We do have Beltani. Intelligence must be high there. Elysium over here. And Profusion. Again, we do have influence over there. We do have Aurora here, so we do have influence in these unsettled systems, which is good. It looks like these are... I'm not too sure what the green represents, whether they're allies, perhaps? We do have military command over here, so this is the military map mode. These are like different map modes, essentially. So we have economic map mode over here. We have a political map mode, political command mode, I should call it. So we can see who is around here, then. So here we are. We have House Leonidas. We have House Karali Finn. They're an allied house, yes. Emperor relationship is cooperation. Their house ambition is power. We do have a measure of the power of the house as well, so they have 328. Our own power is 847. I mean, we are the empire. Well, we are the emperor. We are the ruling house. Their ambition is power, but they're indifferent to us. And we do have down here House von Rigel. So they are cooperating with us. Their ambition is power. It's an interesting one, really. I don't know if these systems are unsettled. I'm not super sure. I think there are more houses. But it might just simply be that they're in one system here at this moment in time. Game's still in alpha, of course, so... I'm not too sure. It might be that we compete for these different star systems, or we might even have to go and explore them. I'm not honestly sure here at the moment in time. I've really not played enough to actually, to really know what happens. But we have a number of systems out here, well, a number of constellations. So that's interesting. Now, we have a demographic one over here. So I think that shows possibly population. I think so. This one is intelligence. So we have New Terra. Yeah. Okay. Now we do have some other aspects over here. So this is a stellar nexus. Right, so this just shows us that we're in this province. So we're actually losing money at the moment. Which is not exactly great. So we will have to rectify that. Our military power is pretty impressive, though. Total Empire province systems. The value simply shows how many systems are populated by the Empire. So there's only 4 systems populated by the Empire at the moment, so the other systems are uninhabited at this moment in time. Interesting. So humanity is kind of within this province here at the moment. We do have a character nexus, so we have our primes over here. These are essentially our council members. So we have Niles Alexander. There we are. Take a look at those. We do have house leaders over here then. So there are 6 houses over here then. We have our closest friends and we have our worst enemies. Top VIPs, interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. We have a house nexus, so we have House Leonidas, Van Rigel, Horlock. That one, Alelia, and Karalifin. That one. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that one. I'll get a rough idea of their treasury. We do start out with 1,500 billion credits, which is at least something to work with. Spend that out there. That is the richest house, though, Van Rigel here, potentially. They're pretty rich as well. It seems that we don't have an accurate amount of information. Yeah, so if this represents our intelligence, we don't have a huge amount of intelligence there. That one we have a lot on. That one pretty good. That one not so much. That one better, but not so much. That one practically nothing. I don't know what this represents here. It's interesting. Oh, I think it represents their relationship with us. Indifferent, okay. So, they're not angry at us, they're not particularly enthusiastic. They simply are not concerned at this moment in time. They're indifferent towards us, the Emperor. So, I know a bad thing, I guess. At least we don't have them being actively hostile to us, which is at least something to work with. it gives us time to sort of feel the rollout while we go ahead and make our changes here. That is good to know. Again, I do love the soundtrack. Pretty happy about that. Okay. So we see the number of Holdens here. Everybody only has the one Holden at the moment. Obviously, this is a small map. In the future, the game will be fleshed out more too. So we have our economic nexus over here. I do like the music though. The music is awesome. I was thinking about actually buying an RPG called Stars Without Number, and I think this would be like an awesome soundtrack to have towards it. Okay. Not good. We have our budget allocation here from the year 3049. Alright, intelligence. We do have a number of Inquisitors over here, actually, which is interesting. So, espionage spec-ops. They're essentially Imperial agents for us to use. And we do have science over here. I'm not really sure how we use this as yet. Find out in time. Hey, do that, Mike. Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, been very, very busy with uni, and at the moment having my parents are paying for the ensuite to my room to be remodeled, so that's been taking quite a long time. Should hopefully be finished by next week, and then at least I can have a bit more normality. That'd be nice, that would be nice. Made it quite difficult to get the last 2 weeks of uni work done, but hey, everyone's got to persevere, everyone's struggling at times as well, aren't they? So who am I to complain? But it's good to be back with you guys. Definitely missed it. Feels strange when you don't have things to do. I'm used to being busy. This is an alpha. But the developer allowed me to take a look at it. So we're going to do that. Okay. So let's get an idea of what's going on here at the moment in time then. Task management screen. So I have no tasks here at the moment. Project overview, so there's no products in the Empire. That was the end turn summary. That's the assistance. We do have a Celestial Council over here. So there are no proposed bills here at this moment in time. I could dissolve the council, but I don't think I can actually do that right now. And there is a position here in the council that is vacant apparently, which is interesting. Indeed. I can imagine in larger games, these positions will become really quite important. We do have a budget that's due. This is the end turn button over here. And we're going to take a look at New Terra. Okay. So, it's interesting how it goes here. We do have a number of regions. Obviously, this is alpha, so it will change. I do like these sort of views. This kind of reminds me of the TV show... What's it called? Hell, what's it called? Interstellar? No, it's not Interstellar. The Expanse. It reminds me of The Expanse. That's what it's thinking of. So there's a number of different regions on this planet. I think the more regions you have, the greater the population can actually have. Because it's like over here in Parsons, we do have scattered cities. We have over here, though, in the Bush region, super cities. So that's quite interesting. There we go, that's quite cool. I like that. Okay. Now, we'll take a look at the individual over here. This is our planetary viceroy, Kirk Cedarholm. Ask him what his favourite tree is. Right. So you can see a rough... Yeah, so fast learner, phobic, traditional. Yeah, that military is like off the charts. That's not surprising considering how our house has been designed. The government's pretty good though. He's actually not bad at all. Really pretty good as far as it goes. As far as I understand anyway. So we can have given... Oh, we do have a number of points over here. These are action points. So essentially you only get a certain number of those to actually be able to do things. So you do have to end their turn to get more of them once you run out. The name of the game is to acquire more power. So this is our Emperor power over here. The most important number of the game, power is basically your overall influence and ability to rule your empire. Emperors who enjoy high power levels need not fear charges from rivals. The embarrassment of being denied a request or the humiliation of ruling as a puppet. Should your power ever reach 0, you'll be considered a figurehead for the empire, and humanity's fate will be sealed. And for you will be powerless to stop the upcoming onslaught as a puppet emperor. Do not let this happen, your majesty. That's quite interesting. I do like the idea of the existential threat. Obviously having to regain power and forge a united empire to oppose an outside threat. I mean, that sounds a lot like, what do they call them in Star Wars? What's the name of the crazy old race? Admiral Thrawn is sent to fight them? I don't know, they're called something crazy. But I suppose you could also compare it to the Imperium of Man, deal with the Tyranid threat to a degree, or just every other threat going. Yeah, there's a lot of interest. Even Dune actually has an existential threat. I just can't remember the name of the one in Dune, actually. I get a big Dune and Foundation vibe. And even a Foundation is a big vibe there. I like that. Hey, didn't I Bleached? Have you played the new beta for Wall of the East? Is it available publicly? I had access to like an alpha beta or beta, an earlier version anyway. And I bloody lost the key for it, like the actual... I installed it, and then like I had to change like machines, and then I couldn't find the key to download it again, and I never got another key. So I got to play it about a year ago, but I never actually really got to play it because I just didn't install it right. Anyway, we are losing cash here, so that's not good. That's going to be awkward because obviously we are losing funds here, so we need to figure out what we can do about this. Okay. Good for a celebration. That would give us more power, apparently. Improves your population's popular support. Okay, this one improves the planetary happiness and decreases that unrest. I'm not super sure how things are at the moment in time, in terms of like how the planets are. Obviously, this is alpha. I haven't played too much myself yet, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, so this here is popular support, and this here is fear. So on the world of New Terra, we have 56% popular support, and we have 21% fear. That one, I think, is government? Administration, okay. Final administration allocation. Interesting. Right, so we only get a number of points from each house. Hey, Danae Grim, good to have you, my man. It is an alpha game. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have radioactive sources over here. Right, cool. So we need to figure out how we can actually increase the amount of income generated. So we're going to have to figure that one out. We do have 109 million peoples on here. Let's see. Now, throwing a celebration is not that expensive, but we might go ahead and actually upgrade infrastructure. This project will initiate a massive planet-wide building boom of cities and towns in all regions of the planet, regardless of habitability, creating more living space for the population to stretch out. So this one essentially just upgrades the existing then. Oh, that can naturally support infrastructure. We'll go for that one. That one makes more sense. So it's interesting how it works, because this game really is. It's almost like Crusader Kings in a way as well, which you'll see. So you can see that we have here power gain from the project, Emperor power gain, Leader power gain, engineering cost, etc. So we need to go ahead and choose a project leader here. So you notice that we do have a number of houses. We have House von Rigel. So this is it. Essentially, we can give roles out here. We have our own house here, House Leonidas. You can see their efficiency, but it will piss people off if they're not included. The best way to get people on side is to include them, but then this is it. It's like they might not be the best. Like over here, we have this administration skill. So the best we have is a 5. Now, he's actually from our house. And I may go ahead and do that. Oh, his skill isn't as good. Interesting. So would you reduce the duration? Oh, his engineering is actually really good. Oh, the engineering proficiency. There we go. So that reduces the cost in terms of resources by 50%. He increases it. Or she increases it. So I think we'll change... Yeah, I think that's minus 10 power. Is that what they have? I think we're going to have somebody of our own house in charge here. Even if it's going to cost me more just for the time being, just to make sure we have overall control. Now, you can see this is contributors, which is interesting. You can see the amount of money they actually do have. I mean, that is very rich. House successor. So it looks like that would fund essentially the entire project, so that could be considered. I don't think it's a very expensive project, though. Again, I love the soundtrack. But I think we will go with old money bags. There we are. So you can see there we have the impacts. Now what we're doing here then is, I think, do we choose additional contributors? I think this is just increasing the working on the project, adding them to the project. Yeah, he's really good like that. I guess we'll have him included. And yeah, I think we're good to go. Now it's going to cost me 2 there because we have average leader synergy, so that's something as well that we need to look towards. But I think we're okay. So we'll initiate the project. So we've gained power, and we have a project initiated on New Terra. Okay. So let's take a look at ourselves and the Emperor. So we are Emperor Ryan I of the Great House of Leonidas. So this is essentially our mental state. These are our stats. We can start to improve our traits, which I think these are essentially traits. We can engage in a hobby, which actually, like, this is our mood. Like, this is like how happy we are. The happier we are, the better. Obviously, the more pissed off and upset we are, the worse things get. So we've got to bear that in mind. Okay. We do have points over here to actually help shape our personality, which is an interesting one. What's with the video? Oh. I don't know. Apparently this is a thing that Twitch likes to do. I'd say just give it a few seconds, I guess. We'll wait for it to resolve itself. Whenever it wants to, that'd be great. Weird. Come on, Twitch. Right. Yeah, and it's weird. I don't know why that's happening more. It only happened once, and that was in recent days as well. So that's very, very strange. Not sure what caused that. Hopefully things will be worked out. But apologies about that. Not sure what caused it. Okay. Openness, predictability. Habitus. Right. Actual confidence. We have friendly over here, extrovert. A little bit of a UI issue here at the moment, of course. Games alpha. A Renaissance man. So gain 15 power immediately. Add to our intelligence. Intelligence here as well. I think I will go for the power. Or do I go for the power? I think we will. I think we will. Desire to reassure. Extrovert. Interesting. We'll take the extrovert as well. Okay. I think I'll leave it as is, so we have some points remaining, and then we can figure out what we want to do with them. No Emperor challenges here at the moment. So there we are. I think we'll spend the remaining points over here, just to study. Oh, it looks like I can only... Unless it's just the UI. There might be some issues with the UI at the moment. I've noticed that there might be some there. Unless that's just not available to us right now. What I'll do then is just engage in a hobby. There you go, so you can see that increases that a little bit. But there we go. Okay. So we have that there. Now, we'll go ahead and take a look at the budget. So we have 500 billion credits here to allocate for the finances of the Empire, for the budget of the Empire. So you can see here that if we don't spend, fear will decrease, they will not fear, support could decrease, and loyalty could remain as is actually. Which obviously we'd want to have more rather than less. I'll spend that, and that's 20% of the budget allocated towards science. Now support is expensive. Fear. Oh, hang on a second. I think we can afford it all, actually. Can we? That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right. I think sometimes there might be some sort of like issue with the UI. A little bit feels fine. But the rest of science. That works. Yeah, I think that might be some sort of like oddity there, but that works for me. And I think we actually could do try and make some savings here. So I'm actually going to take a little bit there, or at least actually put it into savings. Yeah, I think we'll go for that then. Improve the budget. At least then we have some money that will be kept afterwards. Activate event. Welcome, Emperor. Okay, you're almost out of base materials. So I have rare, heavy, and basic. Okay. Story events. You have fallen to deep sleep. You are dreaming of your impending coronation. You hope to learn all the lessons that old Crassus has been frantically trying to stuff into your imperial brain. Need to know. But there are days when it all seems too much. As you ponder your first day as Emperor, a flaming phoenix appears before you and appears to cock its head towards you quizzically. Though birds cannot speak, of course, you hear a deep crackling. Contralto? My laptop's a little bit far further away than I normally would have it, so I'm kind of blind. I mean, a little bit closer. I'll see you later then. Just have a good one, my man. Have a good one. Okay. What will your reign become? So I have a number of options. I am kind and merciful, and I will care about my people. I believe in rule through force and the use of power whenever necessary to impose my will. I will look to involve my council and my wise people in the Empire. I believe that a strong military is needed to protect the people, even if it means the loss of some freedoms. Ooh. That's topical today, isn't it? Oh dear. I mean, that's the fear one. I think we'll go for the fear one. The Phoenix speaks. You have a fortitude of one who believes that they know best their people. In some cases this may be necessary, but do not let your myopia for your opinions and plans rule all, lest you lose all. Quite wise. Your humanity has been changed by 2. My will shall be imposed at all times in all places, great Phoenix. Spirit increases by 10. Empire project completed. That's pretty damn quick. Or maybe not. That might be like slightly booked. Okay, your journey continues. Once again you sleep. It has been 3 months since your coronation. Okay. I seek a strong house backed by weapons of war to preserve our family crest. Yep, go for that. Our forces shall be a shield only, not a fist. You see, the wisdoms of using strength and weakness will not do. A strong deterrent against evil is always warranted. Ensure that it does not become more of a deterrent. Your house has gained military tradition, plus 25. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have some communications here. So, new comms request, personal. But that costs us points here. I don't know, Horace, good time with my man. New plots. Character poor health over here. Let's take a look. I'm not happy that Horlock was left out of the recent project. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Emperor Leonidas, I just wanted you to know that I have your back, as does House Aleolia. I'm not pronouncing that right. I respect what you're trying to do, and it's comforting to know that our relations are strong. I'm glad that our relations can improve, even if it's just a small step. Your thanks is graciously accepted. House leader. Well, Emperor Leonidas. God, he looks... Love it, love it. Okay, the Celestial Empire is a strong house like Van Rigel. I thought we were allies. I suppose they're the allies. He doesn't seem to like me very much. So do have... Right, plot list. We're going to go ahead and assign a Inquisitor. And an Inquisitor here too. So then investigating Blue Tiger. Sounds like this is how we're going to name drinks over here. This is how we're going to name new cocktails in the future. Yes, 1 quarter. And you have 20 years. Oh, did you Google it? I didn't even know that, but that's good to know. So we only have 20 years, interesting. Okay. So we have that dealt with. Excuse me. Take a look at this again. Let's see. Speak to the Grand Vizier. Oh, did it say 20 years? Oh, I didn't read it. Shush how much I read it. Oh dear. Right. So I can't give them any assignments at the moment. Obviously that may change in the future. Let's see. We have our provincial governor over here. Interesting fashion. Right, diplomatic actions over here. Could appoint them to the Celestial Council, but I don't think they're that good. Could assign an Inquisitor. Politics on their behalf of the house. They do belong to our house, but they are unhealthy. Now, this is interesting. So, Your Majesty, it will cost you 134 billion credits to return this person to full vitality. Your current treasury is 1,568 billion credits. So, we could restore this person's health. I don't know if we want to. It might be worthwhile, to be fair. I think we'll go for it, just to try out in his first time playing. I wish to use our advanced imperial medical facilities to restore you to good health. So, we increase our relations there. I think maybe keeping her around, because she's already in place. Her health has improved, and she's loyal to us as far as I can tell. She can get better, I guess. One would hope. But allies are always a good thing. Now, so as it goes to the military aspect. Okay. So we have our prime of war. So budget priorities, normal. Active forces. Combat force. Beta, Gamma, and Delta. They have the most combat power. And we have a destroyer. A cutter, frigate, and destroyer. Yeah, the game definitely has a lot of aspects that do seem like they will become deeper as it develops, of course, which is interesting. Currently idle. So we're building a frigate. That's cost us 16 billion credits a year. At the new Terra shipyard. Okay. Interesting. So we have high intelligence in these areas. And there's only these systems that are actually inhabited. We seem to own this one outright. There's no other house here. Elysium. Let's see. We have 2 houses here. They're allied to us. These fellows? Let's see. Oh, they're also our allies. Plan development there. Copernica. And Aeolia Prime. Quite large in terms of population though, we could compare to, I mean, we have roughly the same sort of population, which is interesting. Let's take a look at this system over here, that happened out. Yeah, I know, it's kind of annoying, isn't it, Grim? That looks to be a Horlock. The reason I can guess that is probably because it's called Holokia. Vanguard. I think that's... Is that Rigel? That is Rigel. They're only our friends though. That's... I'd rather have ally. Ah, requesting administration. Pray. Right, this character, although publicly hostile to you, doesn't have the power to pose a real threat to you, openly at least. On the face of it, you could squash them whenever you please, but take care just because the person is weak doesn't mean they aren't cunning there. So we've got to bear that one in mind there, really. We're friends here, actually, so that's good, that's good. I do have an unexplored greenhouse world over here. That's interesting. Take a look at the Rapture system. I have Attica, like that. That's cool. Rapture 1, Rapture 2. Electric Boogaloo. 90. They have horns. Oh wow. Who opened up the Oblivion Gates? Pray. Doesn't seem they like us too much. I'll assign Inquisitor to keep an eye on them. Okay. So we have the most planetary development. We do have the largest population, which is good. We've got to really build that up. Really build that up. Take the advantage that we do have and push that. So we do have our fleets over here. Is that perhaps pacification? Perhaps? Starbase, level, planetary development. Civilization trade hub, no retail network. Government efficiency, could do increase in that really if we could. Demographic. Right, so it doesn't look like there's... If this is unrest, I don't think there's any unrest. We do have a lot of support there, actually. Okay. So... let's see. Projects. Don't know what that project is. We already completed one project, which is good. It went surprisingly quick, so I'm going to try and do it yet again. I think we go for that. Just really try to push it as much as we can. While we can. We'll get different houses included this time around. Damn, they're rich. That's so rich. Alright. You're Rigel. Project leader. Down the Rigels are good. House you. Hurts us, but okay. Okay, I guess we'll go with that. It's not perfect, but at least it gets them involved. So spent our points, it's increased our power. Gotta hope for the best. Yeah, well that's it really. Welcome, Emperor. Imperator. You must unite your great house in any way you can. Oh, so the population increasing, that's good. Oh, what will you do, Emperor? So we have to choose here. What animal are you? We'll go with a lion, as we named Ryan. Your honor has changed by 1. You are the leader of a pride. Strong and wise, you won't hesitate to protect your people, and you value your people above all else. I will do the best for my people, and I can the great Phoenix. Though my house is friendly to you now, know the relationship are dynamic. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, tried. Ah. So we can spend time together. Gain intel and trust, but he also gains intel on me. I'll take it. 200 billion credits. I don't make cash. I really... but is it worthwhile pissing them off? I have cash for now. Maybe we go for that. I mean, cash is cash. War is war, and war is certainly more expensive. I think we'll allow it this one time. Furious Thunder. Okay, I don't have enough Inquisitors for that. Oops. This game is fantastic by allowing you to actually use WAS and D. Really, really like that. I don't know how it... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how it works with the other systems. I don't know if we can colonize these, because right now... Oh, insufficient intel. Interesting. Medium intelligence required. Maybe you have to send fleets out there to reconnoiter them. Not sure. I might ask the developer about that, actually. Okay. So we have that going for us right now. Which is the weakest house? Like to see the wealth. We don't really know much about these guys. They're very militaristic, however. They're not. They're not very powerful though. 143 might be easy to take. Well, 137 there. Could take them on perhaps. I don't know how you take them. Initiate house challenge. I don't know what a house challenge is. I've never done it. Should we go ahead and see what a house challenge is? It could be interesting just to see how it goes. Don't know how. I really don't know how it goes. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Let's wait for the chat to catch up. Yeah, let's do it. Bleach light, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Current known military power. Oh. Huh. Interesting. So, is this like some sort of wager? Are we wagering what the war score is? And that's power. Max I can wager is 60. We do have enough power. I had the ability to hover over something then for a second. Oh, right, I see. Go big or go home? I mean, we have 104 to 32, so we have pretty much like 3 times their power. Yeah, like Dune. A war wager. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I need to read more about the Dune universe. I guess we'll go ahead and challenge them. Limited war is all we have right now. I need to go ahead and figure out where they're actually bloody based, because I don't know where they are. Let's see. Hostile actions. Challenge character. In Alliance of the Sacred Sons, power is life. If you have it, you generally live a good life. If you don't, well, you know. If you are angered at another character and wish them to lose face, you can insult them publicly, thus generating a possible challenge. Challenges are basically power struggles that end with one character or the other losing power. Okay. They want vengeance. Hey there, Hubert. Good to have you, my friend. Right. I think they were based down here, weren't they? This game is not yet out. It is in early access at the moment. Well, not early access, sorry. It's in alpha at the moment. So I've been given early access is what I meant to say. So it's still being actively developed. Where the hell are they based? Which house am I at war again? Oh, I think this is them at Attica. Yes. Right, so we need to figure out how to send the fleets over there from New Cyrus. New Sirius, Neo-Sirius. Why so Neo-Sirius? Okay. I tell you, my friends, I do not know how to do it. Ha ha ha! Ha. guess we'll assemble. And see how that works. Oh, they actually do have quite a bit of military power. Whoops. I should have picked any other target. Oh well, I guess we'll see what happens next then. And we're just really going ahead and seeing how it goes there. Yeah, kinda. Probably not a bad idea. Not a bad comparison, I suppose you could say. Greetings and salutations, Emperor Leonidas. Now we have one enemy here. Okay. I do love this soundtrack. I'm going to get this bloody soundtrack one way or another. Right, let's see. Assistance, military system. Okay, this is a military command mode. From here you can command your forces and move them around the galaxy. You can also monitor system defense, what forces are in a system. Okay, perhaps most importantly, here's where you manage your logistical networks. These vast areas of supplies and refueling stations stretch throughout the galaxy bridge your systems and provinces. Managing the link to your entire empire should be your major goal for you, as houses are upset and they're cut off from the rest of the empire. One would imagine. Right, logistical system. Okay. Military system view. I'm liking the music. How did you guys feel about the music? I really love it, actually. Oh yeah, I'm going to shout to this later. Okay. I think they're being constructed right now, I think. Right. Guys, we're going to figure out how to send them somewhere. I don't know how to send them. Oh, they're being construct. Oh, it's a construction force. We've assembled new force. I just need to figure out how to have built one. I think. Well, we've assembled it. So we have these over here, which are ship components. So these are like used to build starships. Oh, it's not yet. Oh no, that's going to be built next turn. Alright, how do we move them? So it says from the military command mode, which is this one. LGC. First time doing this, I do have to note that I haven't actually played the tutorial to this point, so I'm trying to figure this one out. How did we do it, I wonder? Let's see that again. Okay. So we're in the right mode here, and the military one. You'll also be able to set military objectives from here and create forces on planets, as well as build logistical structures. I thought we had it then for a second. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Right. We'll find it. It's here somewhere. It's gotta be here, doesn't it? It's gotta be here somewhere. Hang on a sec. Wait, hang on here. Oh, no, new terror. See, right click goes back. With the arrow going right. How do we do this? There's gotta be a way. Task management. With 2 swords. The top right with 2 swords. Ah, here we go. So I think this indicates that we're at war. I can't click anything here. Oh, this is alpha as alpha. So the charge is active. Okay. We just need to figure out how we move ships. I don't know what this is. I think that's supply burn, so they don't need to have any. How do we bloody well do it? Do we have the ability to do it? That's... Oh, hello. Ah, okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere. Activate. Oh, shit just got real. How you doing there, Richie? Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go. We found it. We found it. Okay. Liking the music. This is defensive command. Oh, offensive. Ideally don't attack my own world. Move to. Ah, I see, I see, I see. Yeah. Okay. So can attack. The offensive command orders forces to deploy an attack posture to attack the military assets of an entire system. Orders forces to deploy in a system, conquer posture. God, I love the music. Right, recommended. Recommend everything. Overall, I recommend this command. The target house is an enemy, but you do have an active challenge. Tactically, you should complete this command with minimal or no losses. Interesting. Well, we'll go for what is recommended then, I guess. Alright, choose intensity. All the forces. That one's recommended. What do you guys recommend? Do we go for all of it? By the way, this is tier 4 approved. So you know, it is perfectly legal. I'll let you guys decide what level we'll go for here. Meow meow. Kitty got claws. Aye, they make vitties. Okay. So we do have assorted forces available. So there are 2 forces available here. I guess we'll go... Hang on a second. Oh, 50% of all force. Oh, I see. 100%. Right, that makes sense. I think we'll go... We'll go big. We'll go big. Okay. We'll go big. I love how the music is like... Intensity gone. Okay, so we are sending a fleet out this way, so it's going to take 2 turns. I guess we'll see how that goes then. Watch it now, the enemy arrives in system as we send our entire fleet out. But we'll see. This is a punitive mission. Okay. Should probably try to raise more fleets. Just on the off chance that they actually do come here and I kind of screw myself. Does it... we do have a large wager. And it's interesting, so we have 1,600 base materials. I'm not entirely sure how many we gain per turn, but I'll have to keep an eye on that. Indeed. We do have our... Okay. Perfect. Health. Engage in a hobby. Can't study to improve. I don't know which is our spirit. Is this our spirit? I'm not sure. Oh, this is our spirit. Yeah, I think. Resting. Okay, so resting. Interesting. Right. Regionalist, new army. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's how much it costs. Okay. So, forces, ground military 9. Let's see. So we could expand the planetary cannon network. That's 100 to a planet's defense rating. Right. I think we will go for that, just in general. So someone from each of the houses here. There we are. Oh, I don't have the AP, do I? Never mind. Budget's due. Ha! Budget's terrible. Oh no. Ha 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 ha! Oh no. Ha ha ha! Oh no. That's not good. I can afford nothing. Well, guys, you're gonna have to tighten the belts up today. Ah, yes, this is what it's like to be in government. I'm Commander Shepard and I approve of this budget. Okay. Hola. Okay. I don't know how I'm almost out. I don't see them decreased in here. Right. Are they on their way? I think they're on the way. Oh, it's 2 turns, isn't it? So is it like 2 full turns? Is it going to take us 2 goddamn years to get there? Maybe? Well, at least we know it's the tactical modes now that we need to be looking at. Oh, I should have spent those points there, actually. I forgot about that. I think it might, but it well be 2. Well, I suppose it's worthwhile sending all the forces then. We'll see what happens. Okay. Welcome, Emperor. Imperator. We do have an event. Let's go ahead and take a look. A Dune and Temptation. During a break with your Celestial Council, your War Prime. Kirby approaches you. Noted your Inquisitor security detail. Of course, Your Majesty. I simply wanted to know if you had interest in some state-of-the-art medicine. Okay. It's perfectly safe, but it gives you extraordinary recall and focus for about 8 hours. Interesting. Well, why not? What is this? Are you trying to drug me? In my own celestial chamber? Oh, wow. Isn't this essentially the plot to... Oh god, what is that film called now? The one where he takes the pill and he unlocks the potential of his brain. What's it called now? I know it's not Scooby-Doo. I like how this gains me spirit. Like, I'm actually happy doing this. Yeah, the Matrix, yeah. I'll have that one then, I guess. Interesting. And nothing more than sugar. Harmless to anything but your teeth. Give me sugar pills, nice. Input concentration for about 8 hours. You tell me I can dodge bullets, yes. If you're not in the same room. Okay, yeah, we can spend some quality time together. Plot carried out, steal death. Whoever's naming these has, like, really a ton of them now. Okay. Oh no, the budget's due. Are we actually getting that? I don't know how, when we get that. It feels like a very long time away. Wait, why is it saying orders? Have I actually issued them to move? I think we have. I think they are giving the order. I love how it suddenly changes. That's what I find hilarious. How you do that? Just good timing, my man. Okay. Line construction. Launch your capture force. We don't seem to have as many fleets as we wanted it. At least here anyway. Force engaged. Right, so we have 2 fleets that are out there. I don't know what that is, that's probably something important. So we have 2 combat fleets out there, it seems. Just gonna carry on. We actually have a little bit more this time around. Well, loyalty's funded, man. Right, I can't put anything in there. Can? Nanny? Look at the sciences. Our budget sucks. I'm interested to see what happens to the Uganda fleet. Like, it says 2, so is that 2 turns? 2 lockdowns? 2 fire breaks? When do we get that? I'm gonna watch the resources. The resources are going up, actually. I don't know what the hell it's talking about. You got almost. I've got 888. I've got more basic materials than I had to begin with. How can I be out or close to being out? I don't get it. They're talking shit. When do I arrive here? You know, we're gonna paint some Warhammer miniatures. We'll see. I don't know what's going on. Well, we're getting happier. There we are, we've painted all our Warhammer miniatures there. Perfect bit of help now. Active event. What will you do? That game's alright so far, obviously it's in development. It's interesting, it's definitely interesting. Dark Moon Rising. Okay. We've lost contact with the Elysium system. Right. Do nothing. Send an Inquisitor. Go for that one. No signals. Recent increase in sunspot activity. Oh, I see. I don't know, I thought that was okay. Didn't really cost anything. I gained point there, so might as well spend it, I guess. What do we have here? Gain 2 AP next turn. Interesting. Should we increase our humanity? Guess so. We'll go to like default there. Weight to responsibility. We'll lose some spirit, but we'll go for that, I guess. But I gain 2 points there. Bookish. Interesting. Okay. Any bets on when the fleet arrives? Because I don't know. I don't know if I've done it right or not. I think I've done it right. I don't know what else I could do. It feels like it in terms of the characters. I don't know. It's interesting, actually. I've not seen this mode. Oh! Oh, here we go. Oh, so this is like how we can see more detailed information. That's good to see there. So system issues is poor governance. Okay. High revenue. Excellent government relations. Right. Go for an inspection. Send the Grand Vizier. Yes. I don't know how to generate them. That's available. So these ones are. I was one who knows that strength is necessary. Your humanity. We're becoming essentially Palpatine here. Nice weather today on New Terra. Indeed it is, indeed it is. Our budget is increasing though, that's good news. It's okay, I think. We are sending out a fleet to engage a house we've challenged. I just don't know when it's going to arrive. Yeah, still nan percentage, I'm not too sure. Of course the game is alpha. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. May go back into tactical nudge mode, so that should be sent to tell them to engage. I will take a look at that shortly. Build. I don't know what that does, but that's interesting. Maybe we need that. We shall see. Maybe that's how we expand? I think so. That's going out that way. We'll see what happens here. Quite curious. Water one. Our budget keeps increasing though, so that's good news. Nan percentage. Yeah, I was kind of bugged. We'll go into the tactical mode in a second to try that, see if we can see anything there. So they should have arrived by now, one would think. This is my house. And we've sent all our forces apparently out there, so I'm not too sure. There's only the one option here. I'm really out of energy, actually. Holy moly. What the hell's taking all that energy? Energy consumed by forces. Holy shit. They must be traveling out there. Or something's going on, because the forces are using that energy, and I'm almost out. Shit. Okay, that went down pretty quick. Maybe should not have sent them on. Ah, so that's a range of logistical networks. I didn't need to build that second one. Okay. Well, we've learned a lesson here. How to essentially bankrupt ourselves. We've already been doing it. Culture truck indeed. Interesting. We've learned a lot though. I think what I will do then is get in contact with the developer when I have a time. And really just, I don't know, maybe I can try and get like some sort of stream with the developer, and then at least we can go through aspects of the game with obviously somebody who knows what the hell they're doing there. sounds about right. But we've worked out a good number of systems here, so at least that's something to work with. Is the game loaded? I think the game's loaded. Well, okay, looks like I put the game out or something. that's a great time to end. But there we go, so thank you for watching there, ladies and gentlemen, at the Alliance of the Sacred Sons. Of course, this game is in alpha stage development. It will get better over time. It is available on Kickstarter to, if you'd like to support it and see it continue its development, you can do so there. Thank you very much to the developer for letting me take a look at it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is indeed a Tier 4 approved system, a Tier 4 approved installation, a Tier 4 approved stream. Goodbye for now. Have a great evening. I shall see you in the future. Bye, Samina Zai.